Some people are born with golden spoons, while others find the golden spoons for themselves. The latter is the case of Rev Leo Okechi, born on the 13th of June 1968, into the family of Bertrand and Bridget Okonkwo of blessed memory, in Okirika, Nweke, Akpim, Ahiazu-Mbaise, Imo State, Nigeria. Leo was the 7th of 13 children to Bertrand and Bridget, who were not affluent but struggled to raise their children, and even lost 5 in infancy. Leo Okechi, as he was fondly called, was a brilliant boy from an early age, and ahead of his peers in academics. He would beat himself up for coming second in class, to the wonder of his parents, who thought him to be abnormal at the time. Life almost cheated Leo at age 13, when his parents, due to struggles to fund his education and support their family, pulled Leo out of community primary school in Akpim village and sent him away as a domestic servant to a businessman in the city. Leo performed house chores for the businessman's family and received financial aid for his family in return. Nonetheless, hope found Leo once more when he met a generous man, Chief Gregory Ensifor, who recognized Leo's intelligence and sponsored his return to school. Leo's education resumed at St. Felix Minor Seminary in Delta State and continued at the Claretian Institute of Philosophy Major Seminary in Owerri. He traveled to Ontario, Canada, to further his education at St. Augustine's Seminary in Toronto, where he earned his degree in theology. In the USA, he obtained a master's in theology at Holy Apostles College and Seminary. After his formation overseas, he returned to Nigeria and founded Water for Life Foundation and the Missionaries of the Compassionate Companions of the Poor Congregation, MCCP, now known as the Messengers of Justice Sisters, MOJs. To pursue his mission on behalf of poor and marginalized people, Rev Leo reunited with his seminary classmate in the USA, Nick Costello, an American. Together, they founded Home to Enhance African Life in the USA. Through HEAL, Rev Leo has empowered many poor and marginalized people in his country. He currently takes care of the education and basic needs of over 450 children from Akpim and Umuagu villages in Imo State. Through HEAL's intervention, many poor villagers have received free medical attention for life-threatening illnesses. HEAL also played a very vital role during the COVID-19 pandemic by providing food palliatives for thousands of poor village people to cushion the effect of the hunger virus ravaging rural communities in Mbaise, Ohaji, and Okigwe at the time. Rev Leo, resilient and indefatigable, has gone on to establish HEAL Media Africa, a media outfit aimed at bridging the gap between rich and poor, leaders and the led, through advocacy, enlightenment, and programming featuring HEAL's mission activity. This is only a few among many of Rev Leo's giant strides to impact society and humanity in his unique way. His personality may be misunderstood by some, but Rev Leo is surely loved by many. Rev Leo currently holds an LLB and LLM from Buckingham University, United Kingdom. He still remains a celebrate Catholic deacon, an astute scholar, a pragmatic teacher, and an entrepreneur. Some men are indeed born great, while others achieve greatness. Today we celebrate a great achiever, an icon, a man of high standards and philanthropic prowess. Happy birthday, Rev Leo Okechi Okonkwo. We wish you long life, sound health, and fulfillment. God bless you.
If you come out and stay with us and take time and read like I read, you will do well. And if you're reading and you're having problem, you make the system, you make the ticket, you make your principal, and you tell us where you are having problem, and we will do what? We will help you. We may not solve it, but we will help you to do well. Exactly.
Rev Leo Okechi is my junior brother. I think I senior about 4 or 5 people before him. He was born in June 13th, 1968, during the Civil War. My mother delivered him in the bush. He creep like soldiers. When soldier people was moving compound to compound, when they saw him, they said, "This is a Biafran soldier." They created his name into the role of army. They asked my mother to be coming there to collect food items for him. So all those food items they collect for him is for all of us. Then after the Civil War, he entered primary school. And that primary school, after exam, he will come out first. And very stubborn. At the time, I think in primary 3, either first or second term, he carried second. Then he was crying from school. Then one of our brother at that time, Albert Ayang, Chief Albert Ayang, the man saw him, asked him, "Why are you crying?" He said, "Bring your report card." And when he brought the report card to that man, "Why are you crying? You came out second, then we are crying. My son, go. You did not fail." Yeah? So in the evening time, that man came here, met my father. Tell my father that he should be prepared for this one.
In my family, he is the 4th child of my parents, but 2nd son. Right from birth, he is a blessed child, a destined child. When he was small, as my mother used to tell us, even when he is not up to 1 year, he started giving the family food. When he was small, he would go and do all sorts of jobs to get money to help my mother and the family. So he has been a blessing to this family and the other people. And then now you can see, his work, he's going around doing good, helping people, paying people's hospital bills in order to see that the people did not die like that. So, as I was saying, my brother is a blessed child.
He has been the founder and the father, and I knew him as somebody who is out for the poor and the marginalized. A compassionate father, we know him, who goes out for those who are marginalized in our society. Like, he has schools here and there, and in these schools, many of the children are poor children, so he takes care of their feeding and also their education. These children live with us, like the community where I am, the children are staying with me there. So
Rev Leo Okechi is a man of God. He's a kind man, a generous man, a formator, a disciplinarian, a good man.
He's a man of truth, and he has the gift of fortitude, which makes him to say the truth all the time.
I have known Rev Leo for over 5 years now, about 6 years, thereabout. And he's the boss, a big brother, and a friend, I dare to say. Working with him and knowing him has actually been a privilege. I've learned a whole lot from him. I should say he's also a teacher, and a very pragmatic one at that. The simplicity and humility of Rev Leo Okechi is amazing, is incredible. But he's also very stern and resolute on issues, and when goals needs to be achieved.
He's a good person. I've known him for years. Since I have known him, he is an exceptional human being. Person I can say that God blessed with extraordinary intelligence and wisdom. Anywhere he goes, he is noted for that, and he lives a very remarkable life.
The journey with Reverend Leo Okechi started far back in 2005. Reverend sisters came to me, and the leader of that team, Reverend Sister Chidera Mokocha, she approached me and told me about the MCCP, Missionaries of the Compassionate Companion of the Poor, and about their willingness to have me as one of the spiritual directors. They had to tell me about the founder. When they told me about this young man, Rev Leo Okechi, I was really elated. I was really impressed with what the young man has done and is doing. His mission and actually the sacrifices has put in order to get to where he was there. So, and I said, I'm willing to make sure that this dream does not die. And I got to know him one-on-one during one of our meetings in his congregation. He shared a lot with me his vision, and I felt this young man is doing what actually most of us dream to do and should have done. And since he has the privilege and opportunity, all we can do is to encourage him. And personally, I set out to encourage him since 2005.
I know Reverend Leo Okechi. I know him very well. I was with him at the Compassionate Companion of the Poor. Reverend Leo is someone that is God-fearing. With my experience, I would say that he is a servant of God. Reverend Leo came into this world for a purpose, and that purpose is to live and serve the children of God, especially the less privileged, no matter the cost, no matter what it will cost him. He can go to any length for the less privileged.
I came to know you some more than 15 years ago, really. And the place we met was at a prayer session at an resurrection ground, because there are some group of young boys and girls that are finished in the university who formed themselves together for prayer, and they asked me to be their chaplain. So whenever they gather in prayer, we always go there to be with them. It was one of those occasions that Leo also attended the vigil, and we introduced, came to know ourselves, and the friendship developed from there. One thing I know about Leo is that he's a very determined person who has interest in alleviating the sufferings of masses, some people. He doesn't allow anything to be on his way when it concerns how to, alleviate the problems of others. He's so concerned about it. He tried to form a group of religious sisters to help him in this, his idea, his goal, target, his mission. And I make bold to say that I was supportive of him. At times we go to their community to talk to them and address them. And if there is anything Leo would want me to do for him, or to talk to the girls or the ladies, I'll do that freely, because I understand I was really touched with the way he was moving. Because when I was about to be ordained myself, I prayed God that to make me instruments of his love to his suffering masses too. So I saw Leo as having the same idea as myself. That's why I always stood by him.
Well, I've known Reverend Leo for some time now, for over 12, 13 years now. He was my very good student in IMSU. He was a course rep. When I taught him at the level of postgraduate diploma in education. He's a vibrant student, a go-getter, very intelligent and eloquent in speech, and he thinks fast.
He's a young man committed to enhancing the quality of life for our people, promoting education in its entirety, having started with a secondary school and other institutions. So I felt it was a good idea to partner with him, assist him to achieve this noble goal. And in the process of our interaction and working together, I also found that he had this strong belief in what we call the self-empty philosophy, which he also preaches very vigorously. And so since then we have been working together and we have had wonderful understanding amongst ourselves, amongst members of the team. I think he's a good person. Happy birthday. Pray God to continue to sustain him and strengthen him.
Happy birthday to my great friend, Rev Leo Okechi, a true witness of faith and love for Jesus Christ our Lord, who suffered, died, and rose from the dead for the salvation of all of us. Leo's witness manifests in his life of self-emptying service to poor and marginalized rural village children and widows, affirming in them God's love and mercy and combating their adverse life conditions through education and poverty relief. Leo's example inspired me to join this mission, rooted in Jesus' self-emptying and saving love for the least of his people. My experience in Nigeria has enhanced my own life and journey of faith. Thanks for everything you do, Rev Leo Okechi, and once again, happy birthday.
I wish him well and continue to pray for him, that God continue to guide him. Again, I ask him, solicit with him, not to get discouraged. Life is full of ups and downs.
Stand strong, remain resolute. The fight of faith is not for cowards. Not only do I wish you happy birthday, I wish that your birthday will be crowned with a priestly ordination.
Hello, Reverend Leo. On behalf of all of us at Hero Media Africa, we say
Happy birthday, Reverend Leo!
We love you, Reverend. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Founder! Happy birthday, Founder! We love you! Happy birthday, Founder! We love you so much!
God bless you, Rev Leo. Happy birthday.